kudos to your department for the good work they did.
The state's response to a new coffee disease was on the agenda today when the Hawaiʻi Board of Agriculture met online.
Approximately a month since the first detection was made.
An Ag Department report summarized the actions that have been taken since coffee leaf rust was discovered in Hawaii in October of this year. The leaf rust is a devastating coffee pathogen that was first discovered in Sri Lanka in 1869. It has since spread to all major coffee-producing areas worldwide, with the exception of Hawaii until recently.
So I wanted to just touch up on coffee leaf rust.
Back in July 2016, industry experts were warning of the potential impacts should coffee leaf rust ever arrive in the state.
So please be very careful of leaf rust. This is what will happen to the trees. We saw it when we visited Brazil last year. Rust will make a leaf drop even if it looks perfectly healthy. It can have a few spots of rust on there and the leaf is on the ground. So what happens is your tree is defoliated. Without leaves, that tree may not survive. Your production gets affected as well. So there are quite a few farms here that I don't think they have enough leaves to afford to lose to coffee rust. So the researchers are working on breeding resistance into coffee that we have here in Hawaii, but they're also looking at maintaining a good cupping profile on these coffees because the coffees with resistance tend to not have that good cup qualities.
As of today, coffee leaf rust has been confirmed on Maui and in Kona. In November, officials instituted an interim rule to restrict the movement of coffee plants and coffee plant material between islands.
Thank you to the department for the enacting the quarantine as quickly as they did. Still a little bit of confusion in the industry as to how that's exactly done, but I believe we're working through that without any issues.
The Board of Agriculture got an update during its meeting on Tuesday.
Regarding increasing the amount of rust-resistant coffee that can be grown within the state. Once a plant completes quarantine, it can be put out into the field, it can grow seeds, and that could take 5 years before you start to get seedlings. And I believe we're going to be coming back to plant quarantine division and looking for an ability to do propagation in quarantine. So basically, as the plants are safe in a quarantine environment, we can increase the number of starts that are done in that controlled environment, meaning that instead of waiting 5 years, we begin to see plant material coming out near the end of that 1-year quarantine. So we'll continue to work on that with the plant quarantine division. The other aspect is moving toward the approval of certain systemic fungicides, and that's going to fall to IR4 along the way, but I know that's underway. And again, thank you to the department for the help so far.
Is there any research being done on, I want folks to basically understand some things too here, in the spirit that when you're putting plants in quarantine before you release it out into the environment, it's not reflective of what that plant is going to see in the environment. And on plant leaves, there's a fungal network, a beneficial fungal network that's can be provided and is provided by nature onto the leaves of plants that needs to be addressed. And I'm hearing about fungicides, but I don't hear anything about research being done on application of beneficial fungi to approach dealing with this issue. And I really would like to see the department be able to look down that path as with equal diligence, so we can start to have biological applications being done in dealing with this, because it doesn't bode us well to go to war with something that can basically be addressed beneficially without trying to nuke it.
I believe that the department collaborating with CTAR and USDA, our partners, are looking at all avenues to manage the coffee leaf rust. And it also includes biologics, I believe, or organic products.
The department
doesn't have a research arm per se for things like that. However, we are working closely with as the chair mentioned, with UHCTAR and USDA ARS. Well, I haven't heard specifically about research into beneficial fungi. Something I can bring up to our collaborators.
Someone contacted me regarding, and they were going to try to be on this call today. They were saying how the use of ethanol could be a proactive way to go after this.
Last Tuesday, the association, the coffee growers, I guess, had a Zoom meeting with Mike Atherton. Were you there?
I'm not sure if Mike was on some of the meetings I was on. He may have been in the Maui Coffee Association meeting. Coach is fantastic and has a tremendous amount of knowledge.
Yeah, because he gave an overview of all what he experienced with the disease. So if you know, I'll make sure that he calls you